Welcome to another episode of the Nourishing Africa podcast. Our guest today is Baron Omiji, the head of agricultural desk at Anchor Insurance. He will be discussing on the topic understanding agribusiness insurance. Given the many environmental, social, and economic factors that impact the agriculture sector in particular, it has never been more critical that agri-food entrepreneurs adequately prepare for and mitigate external and internal factors that may threaten the growth of their businesses. Although largely ignored and distrusted by many entrepreneurs, insurance is an important aspect of agribusiness that must be prioritized. Baron is our guest today, and he will be shedding light on what entrepreneurs need to know about agribusiness insurance. Let's listen to him. Hi, Baron. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Roman. Thank you for having me.
Great. Please tell us a bit about yourself and your company.
Okay, Roman. My name is Baron Omiji, like you said, the present head of agricultural desk of Anchor Insurance Company. What we do basically, we're an insurance company. We specialize in other products, but in this case, we giving insurance cover to farmers. And when we talk of farmers, we talk of the agri value chain provider. We provide insurance cover for them to mitigate losses that they might encounter during their production line.
Thank you so much, Baron, for that introduction. Now let's get straight to the heart of the topic today. When we talk about agribusiness insurance, so why should agri-food entrepreneurs be concerned about insuring their businesses at all? What are the risk factors that these agri-value chain actors face?
Okay, thank you. Why they should consider insurance is because insurance generally is a vehicle through which other businesses thrive, and agriculture is not an exception. You can see a lot of risk factors that farmers encounter. You know, when a farmer or an investor invested so much in the farming cycle, for example, in crop production or livestock or poultry or fishery, he has invested so much money, and all of a sudden, some risk, just like natural disaster. We talk of fire, we talk of flood, we talk of pests and diseases, like in the case recently, what is happening in Nigeria, particularly in a place called Okearo. Pig farmers just that are invested so much. Many have affected because of the African swine fever. This is what insurance is meant to do. Those of them that have insurance adequately enjoy the insurance services right now. So insurance comes together and make sure that what the farmer have invested is financially secure. If there is losses due to factors I listed, due to peril, the farmer is adequately compensated to go back to business. And when we talk of farmers in this case, we are talking about those one that goes into production line directly from the farm, and those one that involve in transportation, we call it transit. Those one that involve the processing, those one that involve the marketing, the agri value provider. So those ones are among the farmers we are talking about here.
Thank you so much, Baron. So if I understand you correctly, every value chain actor must be concerned about ensuring their businesses, and this cuts on
exactly.
Marketing, transit workers, processors.
Yes.
Must be interested in ensuring their business.
Ensuring their businesses, yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Now, moving further, what are the various insurance packages or options available for these agribusiness owners based on the activity on the value chain? And what do these packages cover, and how can entrepreneurs access these services?
So, we have various packages that involve. Now, one of them is like talk of poultry. We have package for poultry, we have package for fish, we have package for livestock, we have package for crop and different types. Now, what they cover is they cover cost of production of the farmer, what the farmer has spent in producing. That is one of the package. Another one package is a yield index. What that means is that the expected yield of the farmer is protected. If a farmer says that they want to harvest, is expecting 5 tons per hectare, and that is monetized, and at the end of the day, he achieves 3.5 tons or 4 tons, the difference is being paid back by insurance. So we call it yield index package. So we have cost of production package, we have yield index package, we have a package for crop, we have package for livestock, we have package for poultry, we have package for others, transportation, processing, marketing, we have transit and others. So those are various packages that farmers can access from our portfolio as Anchor Insurance Company.
Thank you so much, Baron.
All right.
Which criteria should agribusinesses meet before getting an insurance package?
So now, the criteria they need basically is across for people to access insurance. The criteria they need, number one, they must have a farm, existing farm. If a farmer does not have a farm, there's nothing insurance will insure. So the first thing is the farm, which is basic. Then, number two, the farm must be accessible. If a farmer claim to have a farm, but you cannot access the farm, then that means the farmer is not actually going to the farm. And it's not a farmer that is actually serious, because we want people that have the love for the farm, that could go and say, okay, let us start a business and do a farming business. So we want people like that. So if you have a time for the farm, you should make the farm accessible. That is number two. Number three, you should make sure that the biosecurity is tight. When we make biosecurity now, for livestock, make sure that before people enter the farm, they are disinfected, and not just allowing people to enter the farm anyhow. You know, those are part of the criteria that people can have to access the insurance. Then the farm must be inspected by insurance provider. Like, we go out to inspect farm, then we give them information needed for them to, have a seamless running or a seamless production cycle. And also, we must ensure, the farmer must ensure that all the practices they have are in place. So those are the basic things that they need. Then coming to taking the record for the insurance company, in terms of having the record with insurance company of providing the insurance cover, they must fill the insurance form. We call it a proposal form. They must fill the proposal form, supply all the required details, then fill the KYC, know your customer form, fill all that, having all their details inclusive, then they are good to have access to the insurance. They can get it online. They can have some of these informations online. They can have it going to insurance offices and all over. So those are the criteria, basic criteria needed to have this covered.
All right, thanks so much, Baron. I'd like to ask a follow-up question on that. So, how about criteria such as number of years of experience in that particular value chain activity? Maybe a farmer needs to have like 3 years having produced cassava, for example, or maybe they need to have like three staff strength, or maybe 10 people working with them. Are there any such criteria around the operations of their business?
The years of experience is actually important. Years of experience is important. But you know what? What if a farmer that is starting this year and has invested and has, he has gained knowledge in terms of training from an experienced farmer, and now he's going into farming? Would that farmer need insurance? He will need insurance. So while we consider years of experience to be important, also we also look at people that are just starting, that we will not just say, okay, they are not important. They are important, of course. It's part of criteria. Years of experience, part of criteria, but we do not limit it that you must have also years of experience before you have access to insurance. No, years of experience is important. It will help us to assess the farmer better, and it will help the farmer to have, more knowledge about the production. But it's not the real criteria compared to the above, the ones I've listed before. So the criteria of years is important, but not really important compared to the previous one I've mentioned. So a farmer without long years of experience, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, can still access insurance.
All right. In terms of who works with them, the staff, personnel they have,
Yeah.
team,
Yes,
and it,
those personnel must know what they are. They must be trained. Livestock like poultry require an expertise, so they must be trained. Of course, we normally, in our part of the program, normally ask them. We visit the farm, we visit the worker, the staff that work with them. We most part in livestock production. Part of our requirement also is the farm must have a veterinary doctor attached to it, which is part of the biosecurity that we measure. You must have a veterinary doctor attached to the farm to make sure that the birds are well vaccinated, or livestock like pig, cattle are well treated against the normal diseases and all of that. So the workers' experience is important, is key.
Thank you, Baron. That was really insightful. Now, let's move on to insurance policies. I know there
Okay.
are, insurance policies that you disseminate in terms of, engaging many of these farmers and other value chain actors. But we know that complex insurance policies and failure of insurance companies to compensate customers are major disincentives preventing agripreneurs from venturing into insurance at all. So my question is, how are insurance companies such as Amcor Insurance responding to these concerns? How can entrepreneurs navigate such situations?
Well, thank you, Rama. You see, when we talk of complex insurance policies are not complex. You know, the problem with customers or clients buying insurance product is many of them don't do it to digest or understand what is written in the policy. But what we try to do in the case of agricultural insurance policy and general insurance policy of our insurance company is that before the client eventually pay, or even after payment, before the insurance fully commence, we ensure that we interpret the policy to the client. We ensure that everything that the client does not understand is well explicitly explained to the client, that the client can even at the end even know what is due. If there is a loss, most of our clients know exactly what is due to them. This is because we've been able to explain all the SSs applicable, the clauses, the exclusion, the conditions has been explained to them from beginning. So insurance policy, when you are buying insurance policy generally, it is expedient that the client read through the policy, and also the insurance the sellers of insurance also explain in detail the insurance policy they are giving to the client. In the case of Anchor insurance policy, agri policy, we explain to our client what they are buying. So it's not at the time of claim that we explain. We explain to them. Some of them will go with their legal department. They call their legal department to explain. We explain, and we don't make it complex that they cannot understand. It's very, very simple in English terms, simple and easy to digest. Even aside that, we also explain to them. So it's not a complex issue. And failure of company to compensate customer, each policy have exclusions, condition. Now, most times when the client does not understand the exclusion, that is why they say failures of insurance company to compensate. It's not for the fact that you have insurance doesn't mean that you can just do your farm anyhow. For example, if you have insurance in Lagos, Nigeria, or you have motor insurance all over the world, and you say because you have insurance, you just drive anyhow. No, the insurance will not respond when you call them because you are driving anyhow. It's against the contract. In every insurance policy, there's a contract. And the insurance policy document given out to client is a legal agreement between the client and the insurance, between the insured and the insurance provider, which is insurance company. So in that policy, it's going to be explicitly written. There are some exclusions that the client must abide by. And also in case of agri insurance, there are exclusions. So when the exclusion is there and the client breach that contract, breach that, so what will happen? That is why most of them say failure of insurance company not paying compensation. It is not true. Okay, so we respond. And entrepreneur, to navigate such situation, you have to read your policy document. At the time of inception of the policy, paying your claim, you have to ask the necessary question, and the insurance provider have to explain to you what is written in the document. And you have to read. In fact, when we give out our policy document, we give some. In the first page, you see it important that the insured should read adequately what is there. And if he doesn't understand, should return same. While we are doing that, we also explain at the time of visiting what is in the policy to the client. Thank you. Okay.
All right. So I want to go back to something that you said at the beginning. So you've
Okay.
told us what the agribusiness owners need to look out for in terms of policies and what criteria they need to put in place to be eligible for insurance through them. So I want you to please highlight some particular benefits that come with insuring your agribusiness.
Okay, thank you, Ramat. See, one of the benefits is we ensure that the farmer go back to business when there is disaster. That is a general benefit. Now, to be specific now, I will give example. Poultry, let's pick a poultry, for example now. The birds, when the birds die, we assess it and we pay the exact value of that bird at that age back to the farmer. In this case, the farmer stand the chance of not going back empty. He can easily continue with his business no matter what, except the farmer just want to take the money and go back, pay into the account, the client's account, and of course, if you take the money and go back to business, that is one of the benefits. Another benefit is that we normally have no claim discount at the end of the first insurance period. When the second insurance period you are insuring with us, and there's no claim in the subsequent one, we reduce what you are paying to you. We reduce it back to you. While you are insuring more, you are paying less. It's part of the benefit. And also, part of the benefit of insuring your product is that it stands as, let's say, guarantor now to access some loans. Some commercial banks now won't want to put their money into where the farmer or the client will not pay back. So, but with insurance in place, they have the confidence, oh, wow, insurance in place. Then when there is something, they can reform it. So it has as a guarantor to the farmer that it gives the farmer the security he needs, that he can access funds from any commercial bank. Investors are coming in as well into farming, crop, livestock, all name it, even transit processing. So it also gives confidence and comfort to investors that invest in this package is backed by insurance. There's loss insurance refund, whatever the farmer has lost back to the farmer. So we have benefit of such. And in transit, consider, have you ever think of moving your goods from place like Kano to Lagos, maybe like livestock, your cattle, and consider what could happen along the road, accident, death of those animals. The benefit is paid back to the farmer. You have lost 100,000, you have lost 1 million, you have lost 5 million, it's paid back to the farmer. So even other value chain in terms of processing, it's also having benefit. It's also insured. So those are benefits that the farmer can enjoy from insuring their products. Basically, the farmer will not go back empty. Or at the end, when disaster struck, the farmer is able to go back to business comfortably.
Thank you so much, Baron. It's really been an insightful time with you. To close us out of this podcast, I would like you to identify one insurance myth and debunk it. I mean, so many food businesses have, fears and concerns about insuring their business. And what are the myths and how do you debunk them?
Okay, thank you, Rama. The major myth in insurance generally is that insurance company don't pay claim. That is one of the general and the most prominent or the one that people believe, that they don't pay claim. At the end of claim, when you notify them of claim, they begin to bring different clauses that was not existing. You see, they are not true. They are not true. At Anchor or at any good insurance company, they pay claim. In fact, we are in a business because we pay claim. That is what you should know. Insurance company is in a business because they pay claim. Anchor Insurance Company, we are in a business because we pay claim. Okay, so if insurance company is not paying claim, that insurance company is planning to fold up. So the mind about that, okay, insurance doesn't pay claim. When you call them, they don't come. No, we visit the farmer, we relate with our farmer. As a matter of fact, when you come into Anchor, you get our product in terms of agric. We follow up even after you pay premium. We follow up, we visit you even expecting or unexpected. We visit you, we follow up with you, we make sure that you succeed in that business you are doing. Because if you succeed, we also succeed. So if there is a loss, you notify us, we pay claim. Now, why it is most people find it difficult to believe that insurance pay is because when there is a loss and insurance asks you, for example, livestock, let's say pig. Okay, I use pig for example now. You have 100 in your farm and 40 dies. Okay, out of the 40 that dies, okay, can you tell us, can you send the pictures of those ones that died? You couldn't provide picture. Okay, can you tell us when will you be available for us to have the visit on your farm again with you? You are not responding timely. So the insurance will also delay in attending to you. Okay, so but when you respond to insurance company, there's what we call law of fide. I mean, utmost good faith in insurance industry. So when you play your part judiciously in good faith to insurance company, the insurance company have no choice to do you also respond to you well. So the issue of insurance not paying claim is out of it. We pay claim, insurance company pay claim. So that is the major one that is very, very common all over the world that they don't. No. Insurance company pay claim. If we don't pay claim, we will not be in business till today. Thank you, Rama.
Thank you so much for that succinct answer, Baron. But given that in the wide ocean of insurance companies we have out there, there might be some who are not so authentic. So, how
Okay.
would the agri-food entrepreneurs identify the authentic ones to work with, such that they get their claims if there are any disasters or situations that warrant such?
Okay, thank you, Rama. Insurance company is highly regulated all over the world. I know of insurance company in Nigeria. We are highly regulated. We have a regulatory body called NICOM, National Insurance Commission. This will regulate the insurance industry. We also have NIA, Nigeria Insurance Association, regulate insurance. Now, for agri business, for any insurance company underwriting agri insurance, there is express approval from the regulatory body to go into this business. NICOM give express approval to each product that insurance company is writing. For us at Anchor, we have express approval to every agricultural product we are writing from NICOM. Now, if for a client, agripreneur to verify that, we go to each respective country insurance regulatory body. In the case of Nigeria, we have NICOM. In the case of Ghana, we have NIC, and like that. So we go there and verify. Of course, when they have their their website, contact them. They will tell them, yes, this company is registered. They have an express approval to carry out agri insurance underwriting in Nigeria or in Africa. So for us in Anchor, we have that. That is a way to confirm the authenticity of um, insurance company that are writing agri or that have the approval to write agri that are not fake. Also, NIA is a body in insurance company in Nigeria. You can also verify that. For other products that are not agri, like motor, you can verify from the same bodies I mentioned. Also, NID. You type in your policy number, your vehicle registration number, your policy number, everything will come out that is authentic. You see everything there. So it's very easy to find out the authenticity of insurance product. Like I said, in Nigeria, you verify from NICOM, you verify from NIA. They will tell you, yes, this company have is authentic. Now, for every insurance policy given, I mean, every agri insurance provided, the Anchor provide cover for, there is a policy given, and in the policy there is a particular number that will be in that policy. So when anybody that have Anchor insurance policy in a Greek, there is a number they will put there. So that number, when you send it in to us, that okay, please confirm so person if issue to me a Greek insurance. Please confirm this. When we enter that number into our platform, it will bring out the details of that client. Then we reply, it is authentic. Now, if the client is not convinced, he will send the same detail to our regulatory body. The regulatory body will confirm to that client that this is correct or not correct. So it's very easy here, this part of Africa, to confirm because insurance industry here, like I said, is highly regulated. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Baron, for all the insights you've shared on this podcast. I really hope that our listeners out there have gained one or two information that they can apply to their business. And I hope that they are convinced to go for insurance for their agri businesses.
Thank you very much. I also appreciate having me here today.
All right. There you go, listeners. You've heard it all from Baron Omiji, Head of Agricultural Desk at Anchor Insurance. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye bye.